and breakfast is served. So, I'm going for volume mainly because I need to get my cut back on track. And when you eat first, like, good for a period of time, and then you come back down to just eating, like, less and less, my stomach basically just says, well, you, why are you giving me such small things again? So I'm going with two things that will hopefully fill me up just because they've got volume in them. This is an absolute cheat, like a mousse. It tastes like a mousse. It's literally everything a mousse can be apart from being alive. It's only 168 calories and it's got 20 grams of protein, so you cannot complain. And now to address the elephant in the room, my burnt ass scrambled eggs. Basically, I was recording my toast being popped up and completely missed the fact that I'd left my scrambled eggs still cooking. So we are left with a bit of a burnt tyre, but nonetheless it is food, so let's get to it. It's actually not as bad as I thought it would be, and at the start I took like a massive taste of a burnt one and it's kind of just gone better from there. I think something to note with the channel itself is that I'm not necessarily like, I'm not the guy with the six-pack and, you know, all of the flashy bodies. And I'm also not the guy that can get collabs like that, you know, but I'm just here documenting my journey and having fun along the way. Like, I want to do different challenges, I want to explore different things and different styles of content, and I want to keep going how I'm going, and I'm not going to stop. I'm absolutely loving making content, and in my opinion, what's the point of watching someone who already has like amazing abs, 100 kg muscle, pure muscle mass, no fat, and they've got everything they want in life? Like, if you don't already know, for me, my goal is to be in the IPF one day and also have a really good body at the same time. So being able to lift these really cool weights and then also have a body that I'm proud of. So right now, the reason I'm cutting is because I'm still got quite a lot of fat around my midsection in my body. So it's just a case of you'll never be satisfied in the gym, because when I started I was actually like a bowling ball, but now I'm not at all, but I still feel like I've got tons of fat on my body, even though like my top 4 abs are visible, you know? That was genuinely really nice. I think the salt and pepper might have saved it a little bit. I was genuinely panicking when I saw that my scrambled eggs were burning, but it's here, it's eaten, it's done. Now I have tracked the macros for this meal, including the 2 things that I'm about to eat, and it's come to 1,084 calories with 84 grams of protein, 53 grams of fat, and 68 grams of carbs. So let's get this back, and then I'm going to start on the yogurts. I guess also a unique selling point for my channel is that I can give knowledge, but I learn a lot of things too. And I'm more the powerlifting side than the bodybuilding side, but I'm also doing a bit of bodybuilding. So what's it called? It's called like body power or power building. That's it, power building. So yeah, I guess that's a bit of a uniqueness to my channel. So I don't know what I should start with, but I think I'm gonna start with the mango and passion fruit, just because it's like really thick yogurt, and I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah, let's get to it. I think a mistake I made is I completely forgot water, so I'm dying over here. Water has been acquired. Well, it's definitely doing a good job of filling me up, because I haven't even started on the mousse and I'm already getting full. Done. Now, these mousses, is that how you even say it? Mousses? These mousses, it just sounds dumb. You can't actually get on the MyProtein app for some reason. I mean, I might be wrong, but I've checked about 1 trillion times and they basically all just told me to go and do one and go in store somewhere and find one. So I hunted in Asda, couldn't find it, but I already found it in Morrison. So naturally, And they're selling insane, actually, and the deals they have on them are also really good. So I get about 1 trillion every time I see them because they last me so long, and like I say, they're really good for meals where your stomach feels like endless. I know I just said I'm already getting full, but normally I'm not, and this fills me up a lot because it's voluminous. I mean, there's a bit at the bottom that's a bit sneaky, the fact that there's like, but that is a lot of mousse, and you know, it's not just going to evaporate in your body, it's going to stay in your stomach for a bit, and that space in the stomach that's being used up, making you feel fuller, and I'm happy for that, because then that means I don't feel like I need to snack a bunch later on. And boom, done as well. Now, to give you a little context, I've been on this cut since July last year, and I said I'd finish around my birthday, which is 6th of March, but I didn't, and I'm still going. Because there's 2 reasons. Mainly, one, I'm not happy yet. I'm not at the goal weight I said I wanted to be at, which is 88. I'm at 89, so I mean, it's only a kg difference, but that still means a lot to me. Second off, I think it's better if I cut until July and then I've done a year's cut and then I can finally move on to bulking, and I'm going to lean bulk and learn all of the ins and outs of bulking, because I feel like I'm basically the master at cutting at this point. I don't feel like there's anything I don't know about cutting. Like, if someone came down to planet Earth and asked what is cutting, you need to send me. Like, straight up, I'm just the best at cutting. So, and once I start the bulk, that'll be more of a learning curve for me, because I've literally never bulked in my life. I mean, I've bulked into a fat boy, but that's about it. That was when I wasn't in the gym. So I basically it all was in fat, and yeah, I was looking like those 2 people from Alice in Wonderland, Tweedledum and Tweedledee, that's it. I was them 2 combined, bro. So on my cut, I normally aim for about 1,800 to 2,300 calories. My maintenance is around 2,500 to 2,800, depending on how much activity level I get done in the day. As I've just finished my birthday and all that cheat meals that come with having a birthday, I thought I just need to lose as much weight as I can, and as I just finished my birthday and all the cheat meals that come with that, I just thought, right, I gotta lose this fat as much as I can, because I would have put on quite a bit from my birthday. That might come back to bite me on the bumhole, because I feel like if you're having less calories, you're then prone to snacking more. That's why I've gone for a more voluminous breakfast. And my breakfast is always the biggest meal of the day. So for dinner or tea or whatever you want to call it, I normally have some chicken, and that's about it. I'll have some other things with it, like some nutrients, but, well, you'll see later. But that's basically what goes with dinner. So now I'm going to the gym. It's day 4 today, so that's going to be some pause deadlifts and some other wacky things, like mostly bum stuff. Wait, that sounds mad. I'm keeping that in. Mostly glute training and a bit of lower back training, like low rows and that. So that will be all of that, and then I will see you at the gym. And I'm now finished with my gym session. Whoa, the exposure was mad there. But basically, it was a session that was more experimental in terms of my deadlifts, because they're the most important compound lift for me at the moment. Getting used to them, understanding them, and for me, getting them good is basically the same as world peace. I think getting a good deadlift for me and getting good form is more important than world peace. Like, if someone came to me and said you can have £1 million or you can have a perfect deadlift, I would be choosing the deadlift option. Every compound lift has some cues and some checkpoints that you got to look for, and in this session it was going through and squeezing those glutes when the bar came above the knees, and that was probably the most important thing for me. Overall, it was a really good session. I felt like I had improved a lot more on the mid-section of the lift afterwards, but I did have to sacrifice a bit of weight to then understand that, which is not always the best, but you kind of just have to bite the bullet a little bit and understand that the weight's not always going to be there if you want to get the form as well. And obviously, eventually, the form will come and the weight, and that's the most amazing thing, but it just comes with time. So I'm going to chill for a bit, go to work, and then I will be back and I will record dinner. Okay, and dinner is served. So, well, it's not actually served, it's just been bought. Now, a bit of a spoiler alert, but basically, yeah, so for dinner, I was wanting something, you know, nutritious, but also high in protein, and then I thought, what's better than something that's really nutritious and high in protein? And I immediately thought of pot noodle. So I got pot noodle and I've got some chicken, and I'm going to combine the two, and I'm going to end up with some chicken noodle whatever is going on, okay? And I think that's a perfect idea and really nutritious, really gets those nutrients in our system. Now, but on a real, a big thing to remember is the difference between macros and micros, and I've got literally none of my micros today, but it's the way it be sometimes. So I'm gonna go and develop some really rare, horrible skin condition from the lack of nutrients I'm getting from my food, and then I will be back. Dinner is served! Okay, so, like I said, no real micronutrients, but, I mean, student diet, you get me? Normally my diet consists a lot more of actual good things like vegetables and fruits, but today I just thought I'd have a little one day off. I won't be developing scurvy anytime soon, but if I was to continue with this, then yes, maybe I would. I'm now going to eat my dinner, so thank you ever so much for watching the video, I really appreciate it. If you want to stick around, subscribe, that'd be awesome. And over on my shorts I talk about each training day I have and what went well and what didn't as well. So yeah, really consider subscribing and following my journey. I'm trying to get as many people as I can to watch me eat pot noodle and chicken, so yes, there we go. Thank you guys. Right, I'm Joe, I'm going to be taking you through... I can't say I'm Joe.